What is up, Vault Hunters? We are jumping into the enhanced Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 1. I'm pretty excited about this. I've only ever played Borderlands on console before, and I'm a huge Borderlands fan. And this is going to be a bit of a treat. Coming in here and having the extra field of view, the extra quality of life additions that they have added in with the Game of the Year edition, and just some extra textures and a few other bells and whistles. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Step right up. This is the new U station. When you
Just even being in this very first area, just so much nostalgia. I spent a lot of time in Borderlands the first time round, and I keep coming back to it over the years. Borderlands 2 is probably my favorite. I love Borderlands 3 as well. But yeah, Borderlands 1 still gets a lot of love, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see what sort of differences we have as we go through.
Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station.
A bit of speed change there, maybe. Let's see what that's like. Don't know what it is with a lot of the Borderlands games, but the gamepad controls can sometimes be a little bit slow. So we'll see how we get on with that. Running with my my boy Brick. He was the first character I ever played when it originally released, and yeah, loved playing him as a character. Got pretty far through the first playthrough, and my save file corrupted, which really wound me up, because I'd put a lot of time in at that point. But as I liked the game so much, I jumped straight back in, giving Morty a try. Absolutely loved playing him as well. And then I think that save file corrupted as well, and it took a number of times having to go back in. So this certainly hasn't been a smooth relationship, but Borderlands just has the magic. Man, this looks so different. Just having that extra field of view is such a massive thing in games. Otherwise it's like you're running around with one eye open. Before, like, the original field of view on console, I don't know, it's got to be, it's probably only like 70 or something. But you literally, you were like sort of standing here, you couldn't see anything other than the wall in front of you, like nothing around you. So to be able to see this area in a bit more detail. See, I thought these were more like cabins. I didn't realise that they were just chopped up bits of wall. Get back here. Nice. Yes, the classic loot box. Take a few of those. Yeah, okay. Can I turn that off? Off. Lovely. Suspiciously looks like an Ahamkara skull.
These controls seem to be damaged. Have no fear. I'm sure I can do it. This isn't working.
Good old claptrap.
Quick, this way.
These areas just feel so familiar, but it's interesting just sort of seeing them in a whole new light, being able to kind of see properly how each bit of geometry sits into the area you're in. It was very disorientating sometimes, first time around.
Oh no! No! No, I can't with this! No!
We are not going to muck around in this playthrough. We are going to get stuff done. Nah, just kidding. We're going to muck around a load. But, I am going to get my teeth into everything. Especially this guy. Get out of it. Firestone. That's glory. I got a bit of a better awareness of this particular area because Borderlands 2 revisited this area. So I've seen it a little bit more. Do I have gold keys? I don't think I want to spend one at the moment if I do. Wow. 75 gold keys. I must have been a very good boy this year. I mean, okay, why not? Let's treat ourselves. Woo! Woo daddy. Well, said we weren't going to muck about. We're going to tear through this.
There is no cause for alarm. This new visitor has resolved the problem.
Well, shoot, I thought I was a goner that time.
Sup, Zeke?
Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in.
Please.
Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Can do, amigo.
Now
How?
that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
Affirmative. Nice. Straight away there you can see the nice up-resing they've done. Looks nice and clean. Goodness knows what resolution this was first time round on the Xbox 360, I think.
They don't let me cut on folks anymore since I lost my license. So
And even then, you know,
from the vendors,
it just
you can
looked
buy all
and
the
played great.
healing you could ever want from a real doc. Thankfully, without the vault is a myth, you'll get yourself killed, won't you?
Okay, let's go clear out some
I
scabs.
think we're done
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and
It's,
I'll open the gate for you.
It's been an interesting journey with Borderlands as well. The initial game, the vision for the game was a more realistic look to everything. They were trying to be, I don't know how off, you know, how crazy they were with a lot of the writing, but the actual graphical style they were aiming for was definitely, oh come on Clappy, was definitely meant to be more just traditional kind of realism. And you can look up a trailer for that. I might stick a link if I can find one of those. Oops. I can find a link for that because it's pretty interesting. I remember the trailer when it had come out, and I sort of thought, oh, that looks like it could be an interesting game. And the development just did not go well. And in the course of it, my understanding is that someone sort of said, you know, well, it's a shame we can't just do the concept art as the look for the game. Because they had plenty of art, they had all the stuff they wanted to kind of do, and the more sort of cel-shaded style, cartoony graphics remove a lot of load for the processing, and therefore they're going to be able to do more with the actual mechanics of the game, and they were aiming high. And so yeah, that's what they ended up going for. They changed the graphical style, made it look more quirky, and that allowed them to do a lot more things. And you know, I'm really glad that it went that way, because I think the package they came up with is fantastic. I love the style of the Borderlands games. It fits very well with the whole vibe. I know still people get kind of caught up on that for some reason. Can't exactly remember what I'm doing there, but Somehow you can get on the roof there. There's a claptrap up there. Maybe if I jump in my seat while I'm doing it. Oh, maybe I'm going too far back. Hey, amigo. Can I actually get over to you, or do I just look at you? I can't really remember. Just an asset that's been left behind. Right as rain.
Good as new, I think. Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
ADS speed is pretty gross. Oh, you go.
Thank you for visiting Firestone.
I guess I don't need to wait for you.
And be sure
Let's go and tear into these. Playthrough 1, so everything's going to be pretty diddy.
That ought to do it. I'll see you in a few.
The constant communication and kind of banter with characters when you're near or far. It's a very cool mechanic that sort of you wander too far from them, then they pop up on the side of your screen. You have that constant communication. I don't think I could think of too many games that were doing that sort of thing before Borderlands. And that's just one of the things that, in my opinion, Borderlands sort of laid the foundation and, you know, made the influence for many things that we now take for granted in just sort of FPS games in general, but more specifically the looter shooter genre. These guys are pretty much the daddy of that. I'll take that. Thank you very much. There we go.
Just tell me if you need. I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
I'm happy you're here, buddy.
Well, thanks for the help.
I look like I have more shinies than I was expecting. Whoa. What? Start me with 2 legendaries. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm just gonna... Oops. I don't want to do that. I want to label it so that it's locked, but don't think I want to
You ought to use the machine to
use those just now.
Everyone
A couple of overlapping voice lines, why not?
People don't yet trust you.
Kill some
If you're going
banditos.
to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people. Helping Dr. Zed with his nine-toes problem is a good move.
Thanks, Mom. Ooh, get this working soon. Man, it does feel so different. Just being able to see better. Love it.
Get those some bitches! Going
That wasn't German. I'm being a bit lazy. I probably would prefer a slightly different button configuration, but I can deal with what I got. Level up. Over here you've got an arena, one of a few arenas that you can just kind of fight other humans in. So if you're in with your bodies, the idea was you could go and fight them. I don't think that ever really worked kind of how Gearbox had in mind. So it's an interesting thing to have there, but I think they eventually, you know, pretty much pushed that idea aside anyway, and instead went for the arena approach, and then I want to say it was the second DLC, was Moxie's Thunderdome? Thunderdome? Is it Thunderdome? Something like that. Where you have arenas where you're just fighting off waves of enemies. Yet again, one of the first games I can remember really doing that kind of thing well. It's certainly not perfect, but it was a different way to play and a bit of fun.
I think we're done here.
Let's go find TK. But all the DLC for this are all solid. I mean, DLC being as sizable and as meaningful as it was in this, that is also something that was, I'd say, pretty early days. Not a lot of games doing the sort of chunks of content that these guys did. And the sort of, I feel like that's at the point where Borderlands really found itself. Because they sort of played the story here, and they were leaning into the comedy and, you know, other things. They were just having fun with the game. But then the DLCs, they were really able to kind of let loose. So the first one should have been Dr. Ned's Zombie Island, or the zombie one, either way, which, you know, was just a complete sort of change of pace, but all the sort of mechanics and all the rest of it that you're used to with the game, and just a fantastic fun time, really cool new environments, and yeah, they just let loose. And then Moxie's was after that, and then it would have been, was it Nox and then Claptrap's Revolution? I feel like Nox must have been last. Not sure, but they're both solid as well. I think Nox was third, but I feel like it should have been last. But yeah, in particular, the zombie one and General Nox's Armory are fantastic DLCs, and that really sort of set the pace for where they were going with Borderlands 2. And Borderlands 2 is probably my favourite game of all time, so... I'm going to be doing a bunch of different scattered playthroughs. I really just want to get into doing a bit of each as I've started making this kind of content. So I'm going to be focusing on Borderlands 1, 2 and 3. And then probably doing some Wonderland stuff as well. And the channel that you're seeing this on should be pretty much sort of aimed at that. This is intended to be a Borderlands channel for Borderlands stuff. Really looking towards the future of Borderlands as well. Going to be doing some fun stuff with just, you know, sort of theory crafting and just sort of chewing on ideas of where they could go, what they could do, re-examining characters and things that have happened in the franchise so far, looking at guns, all sorts of stuff. So if you're into that at all, please do subscribe to the channel.
You've done well. I've decided to reopen my Firestone franchise thanks to you. Head into town and buy some new gear.
No problemo, Marcus. Calm down. I'll deal with you in a minute. But yeah, there is just so much about this license that still, just the games just have done stuff that's still so beyond what a lot of other people have done game-wise. The passion and the effort really was there, and they tried to do very interesting things that, yeah, I don't think I could point to too many games that have... Can't afford that, huh? Massively can't afford that. And you ain't going to be generous on those. Clear some of this stuff out anyway. I guess I don't need 2 of those, and I'm pretty happy with the one I've got. I mean, they gave us the legendary. Let's play along. Let's play along. I don't like it when you get too much stuff just handed to you. And that is one of my biggest gripes. One of my biggest gripes for the 3rd installment of the series, well, not the 3rd installment, the 3rd main installment, so Borderlands 3, where they really messed up the loot system. The loot system in this game and in Borderlands 2, they are fantastic systems. They work really well. They allow for a lot of scope and longevity for your gameplay. And they just completely, I don't know, they just completely threw it out the window for Borderlands 3. And you end up in a system where you're pretty much just picking up like what should be insanely good guns like constantly, and so you end up with only legendaries on you and you just don't need anything else. There's no kind of, there's a lot less meaning to actually trying to, okay. Oh, whoops. I'll turn that in as well. Going into autopilot. But yeah, Borderlands 3 really just screwed the pooch on the weapon system. Like this game and the second one, everything was a valuable gun, and then stuff that was really good really stood out, but it was really rare. That was the whole point. So then you'd have a few of those items that would speckle into your gameplay, enhancing it, and just, you know, making something extra special. But in Borderlands 3, it's kind of the standard, and you can have, you know, you can defeat a boss early on in the game, and it will just, you know, piss out 3 or 4 legendaries, and then, you know, it's like, what am I looking for? What am I even searching for? Like, at that point, you've basically got great guns, and you just keep having them drop all the time. It just really takes away a lot of the enjoyment of the looting side and sort of gun experimentation side of things. I just got that so totally wrong, and I hope that they figure that out for the next game. Ooh, a little achievement thing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not, because I am poor. There we go. We'll get there. It's been a long time. Wow, this is looking cool. The loads at the time were quite long as well. The game is chopped into a lot of loading sections. It's completely understandable from a company this size that was trying to do very big things. I don't think it ever really bothered me that much. You know, you just stop, have a sip of some tea or something, and wait for your load. Like, as long as you're not being sent sort of backward and forward too much. You know, I think I'm happier with that than some of the crazy load times I sit on some of the games that have a larger map area, or some of the games that are structured in such a way where you're going backward and forward through load sections quite frequently. Whereas this game, it was always separated quite well, so you felt that, you know, when you went through a load, you would then be in that area for a fair amount of time to be doing stuff before you then had to move past. shooting's always rewarded in the Borderlands games, which is good. So if you actually aim for critical hits and such, it will benefit you. I like games that drive you to actually try and care about your technique and what you're doing, not just spraying guns mindlessly all the time.
Your first real challenge.
That's what she thinks.
Up enough.
I'm not buying anything now. What do I want though? So I now have my action skill, first action skill, so that's cool. And with Brick, I basically go into a berserk kind of enraged mode where we punch things. Brick loves to punch things, and it can get to very cool levels if I remember correctly. I think it has been toned down quite a lot over time, but yeah, you can build your punches up so you're literally flying at people with your fists, and it is a lot of fun. They've done a little bit of melee stuff with Krieg, and then sort of with Amara in 3, but I don't think they've ever really done like a melee character in the same way as they did Brick. And I'd like to see that in number 4. I'd like to see a character that's a bit crazy over the top in that way, and I'll be speaking about that more with some other videos where I'm talking about potential new characters and character classes that they could go for. That would just be a lot of fun. There we go. They're punching. I mean, it'd be better if I could control it. But... oh, I got 2 punches as well. Completely forgot about that. That's into him, but his little skags are going to tear me to pieces. That lasted quite a long time as well. And we're completely cheating the game at this point with our little goodies it gave us, but that's what legendaries do. And that's fine. That's going to give us a nice little springboard to get going. So we get his gun there. Interestingly, the clipper is quite similar to the first main gun that you get in Borderlands 2, which is Captain Flint's little gun, which is a similar sort of fire pistol. And that recharged quicker than I was expecting as well. Should probably be doing more looting, but we're going to keep this not as streamlined as possible, but we're going to keep this pretty fluid and just keep moving.
That was the first step on your journey. You must listen. Who I am is not important.
The next step I take is going to be the farthest I've ever been from the Shire.
People will mislead you. They will try to use you, and you cannot be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full of dangers. Still yourself.
Yeah, like
and
me.
go. I'll be watching.
I mean, even areas like this, just seeing this sort of area as sort of actual space rather than just walls and some dusty deserty bits. Very much enjoying this. Can you tell? You guys can get out of it. Pain in my butt. Did we get them all? Nope. Okay. Did I pick up any other missions? I did not, so that means I need to do a return, and then I can come back here and carry on. I'm sure I could have picked up more missions in one go there, but that's fine. That's right, I think the bounty board will have some stuff for me. Collecting some materials and taking down a big nasty skag. I always feel a little bit bad killing the skags, like arguably I'm invading their area, but it's them or me, baby. His health. Yeah, fire rate or weapons. I think we're gonna go as much as we can into his ult, so melee it is. Okay. The whole base premise for this game is just a very cool one. They did some excellent kind of setting up, because at the end of the day you are just kind of in a desert, but when you kind of think of it being an alien planet, when you think of it as an alien planet and there's riches to be found, and you've got this whole kind of gold rush kind of vibe underpinning anything, but like, you know, with the sci-fi angle. Whoops. I need to get used to what button I'm pressing there, because I'm going to keep doing that. Good old Brick. If I get enough people watching this stuff, maybe I'll do a Brick cosplay. I have to hit the gym though.
Well, I'll be damned. You killed Nine Toes. You should get me a drink to celebrate sometime.
I will do.
Check out the bounty board and see if anyone else has a job for you.
Okay.
You the one killing all the crap people ask?
Scooter!
Your Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts.
Whoa.
Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. Down the skag, know what I'm saying?
Too true. Oops.
Hey, why don't you come over here and chat a while? Always nice for a fellow.
Don't mind if I do. Okay, so let's go and clear up these other things. So yeah, so we got Scar, which is the skag I was talking about, and we should have some other bits from the bounty board there to do some collecting. We can do that all in one hit. I started saying it earlier, but I trailed off about the feeling a little bit bad for the skags. Definitely got attached to my skag pet as Flak the Beastmaster in Borderlands 3, and having my little chums running around with me. I do really like that. That is one of my favourite ways to play, and I will be doing a Borderlands 3 playthrough with Flak. Why do I feel like I need to go above me? Oh. Maybe that's just for a chest, but we're going to go on the off. Do a loop then here. Back to where I was before. Oh, I probably should have gone over and checked that out earlier, but we'll do it this way. Whoa. That aim assist there, though. Oh, okay, this is just for our other recorder as well, so that's good.
Bring in the pain.
Pop, pop. press that up. Ah, that's because I'm trying to do it. I get it. Really home in that takedown. That's nades. Let's take some of these goodies. Yeah, the system with this game is a little bit different than the later ones. For the burn on the guns, you actually have a bit of a scale. So, whereas in the other games, it's sort of just, you know, one gun does a little bit more flame damage than another, etc. You actually have, on here, you have a times number. So, a ×1 fire weapon is obviously not going to have as high a chance to ignite as one that's got a ×4, which is going to do more burn damage. Which is a very cool system. I get that they sort of simplified it. I'm not really too bothered about that one way or another. This one's a building overlooking the cliff. He's having such a good time. It's not overlooking the cliff, but I feel like there is. Something overlooking the cliff there. You guys can back up. Why did I think that? Maybe it's somewhere else. Or maybe... no, not sure. I'm probably just losing my mind. What's up, big boy? Don't knock me off. Let me up. And that's how we do that. Whites. Pick up these whites. Hockey dokie. Yeah, my memory is definitely not going to be fantastic on all of this. It has been a long time since coming into Borderlands 1.
Look at this shit.
Leave those. I've done that. Is there a plant up here I need to pick up? Yes. Maybe. Or maybe they're all in that. Oh, actually, I think you go around the back here and they're all around the back. You go in a bit of a loop. again, one of the games where I kind of their like design of their little dungeony bits and little kind of delves you pop into. One of the first games I can think of where I was sort of really aware of how clever it was that they tended to try and do things in a bit of a natural loop. So, you know, you'd go through it, and by course of going through it, you'd end up back at the start rather than having to teleport or come out somewhere entirely different. Very simple thing, but effective, and just the level of thought that was put into things. Get him! Yeah, we get that, we get that. No problemo. Don't miss that. Very cool music style as well. The music choices for this game, you know, aren't necessarily what I've chosen myself or would have imagined many other people to be doing. But yeah, some sort of more traditional music styles, stuff that all somehow, you know, really fits in with the environment and yet again helps to add to the atmosphere that they're trying to create. Come and get it. Oh. It's a crit in the mouth. I seem to think there's a little room up here somewhere. Yeah, a little extra corridor. I think originally that was nigh on impossible to see, but when you have the wilder field of view there and you're just looking at some really, really rubbish little plants, it is very obvious there's a cave back here. Hilarious. Maybe I should have been playing this the old school way. Maybe I should have run my field of view down really far. Nah. I'm not sure what point this skill trait is, but at some point all of these punches are going to start diving. It's going to end up like I've permanently got a Halo sword in my hands. That's the end of that. Okay, just this last one to pick up, and that's this little side quest done. Okay, couple of big boys. You just run over those nades for me. Appreciate that. Oof. Flawless victory. The algorithms and the mathematics underpinning so many of the little systems they have in this game is just, you know, what makes it. There's so many clever little things that just make the experience ramp up in meaningful ways. So I'll take that. And then the correlation between how you're running your character, the gear you have, the guns you have, synergies with the skills you're running. Just, you know, make very cool builds, and there's just a heck of a lot of fun to be had in this game with exploration and replayability. I didn't... In Borderlands 3 they didn't really do the extra Vault Hunter modes in the same way. It didn't feel correct, but in this game, the idea, and this is really somewhere where I don't really know anyone else who's done the same sort of thing, or at least implemented it properly, and certainly not at the time, was the continuation of your character into extra playthroughs, going into True Vault Hunter, and then in the second game, Ultimate Vault Hunter. Is, you know, it's such a simple thing, but it allows you to have replayability and just to have the characters scale up to you so that the challenge is still matching up with you through your whole journey is very cool. It's very good way to design things, and I'm sad that, you know, stuff like that doesn't get seen as much, although it is, you know, it is more used these days because you get Game Plus modes and stuff like that, often going, you know, extremely far. I think there's sort of a limit to how much you should do with that, and it depends how much you're going to vary the game to make it worth doing those revisits. The way that the whole game turns like a pup skag like that, the next time I see him in the next playthrough, he's going to be an adult or something higher. So then you're dealing with, you know, 10 adult skags rather than 10 baby ones. It just really, really does make for good fun. I'll see you really soon, Catch Baha. Do I still get my pimento taco? Okay, level 9. That's a lot more appropriate for running around the corner here and trying to deal with Bonehead and company. I think I've got some stuff I can just turn in on the bounty board here, so I'm just going to go and do that real quick. Sup, CT? Cool. That gets me some extra punch ability, so that's now maxed out. And this one here, this is the one that's going to give me the dash, which is going to make me sword lunge effectively at my enemies, which is when that the melee boost really starts to sort of come in, because you're kind of zipping around the battlefield, as it were. Just pinballing from character to character. It's pretty silly, but it's a good time. Whoops. I don't actually upgrade from that yet. That probably was quite decent. Level, yeah, that's better. Let's do that. And I'd imagine that shotgun is probably still adequate for the moment. Go straight in, see if we can get out of our depth, see if we can get our first wipe. Oopsie. So I don't know if you remember what I was looking at the bottom of my skill trees there as well. It was saying that once I get to the bottom of the skill trees, I'll be able to get health back when I melee. Woo! Which then, you know, when you're diving around and just meleeing stuff, that sort of becomes the whole focus of the gameplay. And when you're getting health back on your hits, then you can just keep going at it all the longer. It says it's not as good, but I don't think I believe that. I need to sell this. I'm holding on too much trash. It's a different kind of gun, so it's hard to... Hey, how much still for? Hard to really compare them. What? I'm just too full of guns. You're coming with me. Not because of any kind of value or anything else, it's just my pride telling me that I have to take all of the blue and above guns with me. That's the good loot. I feel like you used to have to open the box there to get that module. Did I do that and not even pay attention to doing it? Or did they remove that and then I just got it off of Bonehead? I don't know. So, who's the real Bonehead here? Cut that out. I'm finished with you guys. You can bury your dead. I'm getting some frame issues here. Don't know if you're if that's going to translate. Okay, I might as well grab those up. Go grab those. And then we're going to do the jump. And get to the next area. Stick with what I've got for the moment. Let you guys all eat each other.
That right there is a beaut, man. My runners ain't the prettiest gal to death. She'll put out the second you ask her. And be sure to hit the boost to know whoever wants to catch a ride with the scooter man.
Now, I was completely failing at my boost the other day on Borderlands 2, and that was a different set of buttons, and it took me a while to figure out what I needed to press, so wish me luck on pressing the right button. Right, so now that's the button I was trying to press on Borderlands 2, and I wasn't doing it. Whatever button setup I had,
Man, dude, tell me when you're gonna do
it
that crap. That
wasn't
was
working out.
awesome.
They made a point that they wanted to get the vehicles in this game. Gearbox had helped out with some of the Halo stuff on Halo 1, and I believe they helped with some of the vehicle sections. And they'd had it in mind that when they created Borderlands, they wanted to have vehicles as a part of that, and they obviously managed to implement it without any issues. The vehicles in this have always been a bit of fun. Nice way just to zip around the world a bit faster. I was doing the right thing. Just didn't trust myself. Okay, so I've got to go back to Z. And what else have I got? Just collecting journals. And oh, a bit
Why
more
don't you come
roadkill.
on back? I got something
I
for
can
you.
do that. I'll be right back. Let me just smush some more stuff. Like, once you got out of that initial first area there, I think it was at this point I sort of started realizing how much the game was going to let me do, because you really do start getting quite a few areas here, almost to the point where at the time it was so different that I kind of didn't really know where to start. But it structures everything quite well. This is some real professional driving going on here right now, folks. Nice bit of XP off of these, and I can't let the purple gun there go to waste, so I've got to just quickly work that out, just in case. Might have to start using a sniper soon. But yeah, just as the game sort of expands out the amount of open world you have, because before this, something like Halo would have really sort of grabbed me, but it's although it has open sections, you're not really just kind of free to do your own thing, whereas this one, you know, you are moving along a path that's being sort of shown to you, but, you know, you're free to move within that entire space as you please. Which is just very cool, and we've grown more and more into these kind of games. Back to ship. Some more frame drops there, but
This man, Sledge, has something we need. We are going to get it from him. Sledge is a bad man who has done terrible things.
Get
to
out of
people
Firestone.
Do what you must.
shock crystals is probably a little beyond me at this second. Oops.
You're going down.
Oh, I'm okay. Let's talk to ship. Mine key. Get the fuck out of here. Recommend. Okay, we've got a few more things we can do around here, just sort of little jobs. I think at the next point I change area. That might be the end for this first little session. We're going to do a few more bits of side quest first. Not sure what my PC is doing, so if you're catching any of that slowdown, I apologise if that's disrupting the ability to watch. Take this, bruiser. Now you're getting bruised. As I got a level up there, I immediately got my action skill back, which meant I was able to do those back to back. Nice little touch, nice little bonus, which means you can get those sort of spontaneous extra quick dumps of damage out. Look at that. Need to work on your diet. Oh, as soon as I get a moment, get that little upgrade going, I'll be able to start diving around a bit. That was mine. I'm going to get bit to death, I'm not careful. Quick little... Oh, I've got my third slot open as well, which is handy. Right, so we got A little bit of a dash there, so that's going to give me an 8 foot, sorry no, a 4 foot dash. Next one is 8 feet, and then that goes up a fair bit. I think I'm probably going to start choking, so I'm going to stick this hive mind on, just so I've got a get up gun in case I down. That's going to help me have a little bit faster res, maybe. A little bit naughty running both of those legendaries, but I mean, I've spent enough time in this game. I've done it all the hard way. We're kind of just visiting, checking out the game, having some fun. Boom tune. Oh, whoops. Of course, that is the other thing that can happen when you are an idiot with powerful weapons. I'm trying to think who you get the hive mind from in this game. Because we don't have the robots. Hive mind in 2 drops from the robot when you come back to the Firestone area. Saturn. Maybe that'll come back to me. I certainly am not I'm certainly not the most knowledgeable on the game. I know quite a healthy chunk of things, but there's so much information out there to know that I don't have everything down. May have done at some point. I've probably forgotten more about Borderlands than most people will ever know. You stay down there. I know that there's a recording somewhere around here.
This is the 76th day. I was woken up.
Tannis, good old original Tannis. Tannis in 1 and 2 is a great character. Absolutely love her. Don't like what they did with her in Borderlands 3, but
half of my staff was eaten alive or killed by skags. I survived by hiding under a colleague of mine who was being devoured on top of me. His name was Carl. My emotions are deadened, and I grieve for none of them. Quite a fact, the only emotion was that of joy. I felt joy because his chair was always more comfortable than mine. I took his chair, and then I noticed the emissive glow on the rocks at the dig site.
Greetings, traveler! New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
good to know. Okay, so that's heading that way. Did I get the flock out of here? Kill Rack. Should have done that just now. My bad. Let's go back and do that. I'll probably go and pick up more bounties from the bounty board, just so that if any of those are relevant to the next area, then that's all in my pocket and you can be ticking those off as you go. Probably using something better than an SMG, but I'm sure they'll come to me. Not as good as that though. It's not blow myself up again. Blow myself up again. I mean, if I blow myself up, then it will be myself. Several parts of myself all over the place. See, if I stick a grenade here, then it will get nothing. The thought was there. Come and get it. That was ticking off. I think there was one more to do. Let's get a fancy one. A 360. Come along. Can I hit something with a rocket? No. Not like that, you can't. Oh! Haha! You know what I was doing the whole time. Was that one for Shep as well? Yes, it was. Just trying to get some of our levels up here. We might be able to push through some of this a little bit faster, but I'm going to enjoy playing as well. Just keeping it sort of smooth, but there's no real rush. They are an interesting vehicle to drive, but that's always been cool. There's a little bit of a novel feeling to using them. A bit different from anything else I could point to in another game, just because of the sort of weird wiggly feeling on the front. Circle of Death, yeah, we could try and go and do some of that stuff. And then that sniper stuff is off towards the hills where we're going a bit. So I've got these few other bits here. Could get these journals done. And the Circle of Death. Can't remember where all of these are off the top of my head. Should probably get some ammo soon, but I can't read a map. I can't read a map. I just took the scenic route, okay? Chill out. We'll get there when we get there. And I guess I'll get some ammo. And check the item of the day, because these are always worth giving a look. Oh, that's not bad. Got a few purple snipes though, so probably don't need to worry too much. Keep those bits for now. Ditch that one, and I don't need the one I'm wearing. It's turn out that it's the wrong. Turn out I'm the wrong level for it. Wait. What? What did I just do? Fortunately, there's a buyback mechanic in this game, which is very cool. I didn't need to sell that. I'm stupid. I meant to equip that. And then sell the other one. There we go. And ammo. Good enough. Well, that's no money left for me. There we go. Now we've got our 8 feet. So I guess we're going up in 4s there, and 4 times 12. We're going to get a 20 feet dash by the end of our upgrading, which will be pretty crazy. Did I not open this gate? I feel like opening that gate is a thing that I should have done by now. Oh no, that's just the fence. It's round here that I also didn't open the gate. Oh dear. Can I cheat my way over this? Certainly not the way I was just doing it then. He says no. Yeah, that is around the back. Let's be a jerk. We've got all these keys. I'm here. Why not? We'll ditch the shotgun this time. So I'll take that and that. Try and wean myself off of the legendaries. Is this any good? That works. That's the wrong. Change location, please. Classic stuck on the fence. It's gonna run. Dive up on this one. What? That back gate is open. What was I doing? Or did they just open that on me? Well, I just not come around far enough. Oh no, that bit's closed. That's right. Okay, you can come around this way and climb over the top. My memory is... I kind of really thought you could open that. Maybe there's a lever and I'm just investigating enough.
This kind of find seems astronomically improbable on a rock like this, but my benefactors believe in it enough to waste my considerable talent. I've only been here for 3 hours, and I believe this planet will be the death of me. Scientists do not chase myths and legends.
I win. My computer is trying to do something else, or whether it's to do with the program itself, and maybe I need to tinker with a few settings, but we are getting a few intermittent sections of frame drop, which is not something I deal with a great deal.
Day 43 on Pandora. At least I believe it to be the 43rd day I've been here. The moonlight cycles are difficult to get used to. The planet rotation day is over 90 hours long. The people that inhabit this salted dust ball are as ignorant as we've seen in this galaxy. When I attach scientific inquiry
well, that's something I don't feel like anyone's really touched on much in any of the story stuff after this.
Man who knew a man who knew a man. They drift off into a stupor where I half imagine they're drunk or brain damaged and are unaware of my continued
Kind of be
presence.
both.
If I believed in hell, I would contemplate how it compared to Pandora. Ironically, such a belief would align me with these Neanderthals.
I don't know if you heard that just then as I went to jump up the ramp. And I think this is confirmed, but there is a random chance when you jump. Every time you jump, there's a random chance that it will play the Mario jump sound. So every now and again you hear a whoop kind of noise, which always used to drive me a bit nuts because I was like, am I hearing that or not?
Of the existence of alien life having been here on
And I
Pandora.
was hearing it.
But this
So I'm
celebration
only
was
partly
lonely,
nuts.
as I only have
See there just again.
and I'm not too fond of the fat girl
Yeah,
Chimay.
keep your ears open for that. You
Been
probably
told that
can't hear it with me
scientific discovery requires
jabbering over it
sacrifice,
anyway.
I never understood what they meant until now.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you are a Borderlands fan and you've done a fair bit of Borderlands 1, I'd be interested to know what your favourite area in the game is. Or maybe going back to earlier, the favourite DLC maybe. There's maybe an easier way of doing that, but that was a bad place for me to go. I do not have the I don't have the muscles for that just yet. Let's go down here. I'm only trying to grab something quick to collect. And this is my final one. These guys are going to be a bit rough around here, but if I'm quick I might get away with it. As I still don't think we've done a respawn, have we? We're still keeping on our feet, which is pretty unusual. Let's use our ult here for a little extra speed. Get in, get out.
Day 172.
What's your level?
The fat girl,
You're only at
Chimay,
12. I'll go for
was
you.
crushed under an alien ruin that collapsed today. She didn't die right away and begged me to put her out of her misery as she choked on various fluids and bile.
Get off
I
me.
hesitated because she was the last one alive. It wasn't me. As she was choking and coughing and dying, I tried to enjoy the interaction, which I imagined to be a conversation, as I knew it was the last I would have for a while. I finally got around to smothering her so that I could continue my research. I could tell that she regretted the decision. The Skags have been waiting for this meal for a while. They will not go hungry tonight.
Like the tale of Tannis and her team is definitely a very tragic one, and as that is some of the first sort of significant bits of story you get once in the game, that also does really set the mood. And it's not until you meet her and you get the quirkier side of her now that she's kind of lost it a bit from all the time in seclusion, that you know, you sort of start to take that journey of insanity with the game. You know, as you play it, you too partake in the way that the world affects all those that are trapped here. Okay, well, that's most of the stuff we can do. Oh, I was going to do the Circle of Death, level 12. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll travel on to the next area, and that will probably be it for today. For session 1, but we've had a start. Got to meet Brick and a few of the main players. Get a little bit used to Pandora. Just up here on the right. Oh wow, that is so much more obvious than I remember that being. That's crazy obvious. That's a checkpoint. Just check my ammo and ditch a few things out of my pockets. Let's get rid of that. And I'm running a pistol, so I probably don't need another one. I'm a little unsure whether that one I've got on me is going to do the job in this particular activity, but we're going to give it a try. The money's going up, so that's good. Just refill those. Probably not too bad for other stuff. Stick with that nade. Health's up. That's not up all the way, but I can probably live with that. Okay, and we've got our rocket launcher for a bit of safety there. We're going to start with the pistol. See how we do. This looks so much different as well. You can actually see like the whole arena, be able to actually sort of track what's going on a bit better. Previously, it's sort of like you're picking a direction, so you're only looking a quarter of the arena sort of at a time. In fact, probably less than a quarter. So you're really kind of in a situation where you can't see a lot of these guys sneaking up in there, and they do jump quite far, and some of their spit attacks and that. Ooh. He's a real toughie. Ooh. Thank you for knocking me away from you while you blow up. Appreciate that. The design of the enemies, a lot of the different enemies have this, but you can see on the skags their bodies are more built up with sort of this armoured front section, so those areas are harder to do damage. If you shoot the softer areas on the skags, it will do better damage, but the real thing you're looking for is for them to roar, because then if you can shoot down their throat, that's when you'll get your crits. Okay, so I think this is only 3 rounds total. I don't think it goes past that. So we'll see if we can get these cleared up. I probably should have had the sense there to get some health, but I forget a little bit about the having to redo my health. You guys please run over that, I'd appreciate it. If not that one, then this one. Sadly no health back from this, so I'm going to have to keep moving as best I can to avoid taking too many hits. Hopefully I'll be able to outlast. Need to try and get on that squishy part of his body. I shouldn't have killed that weak one there, because that would have been a great backup for me. If I get downed at all, you want something to be able to have an easy kill so you can get back on your feet. I'm shooting them all over the place. Let's switch to the SMG. No, the fire is going to do me a better job right now. Got a bit of distance there, see if I can get one of these off. Get a little boost. I'm not going to get the kill there. That's snookered myself. Those are pretty tough. Level 15, level 12 at the moment. I'm going to give that one more try. I probably am a bit under-leveled for that. At least going with my full ammo and health this time. It's a bit beyond me. Yeah, all my health and everything's full. That's fine. Why not? Okay, so what have I actually got in the old pocket? I've got my incendiary sniper. I think maybe that's going to be more worthwhile than the pistol. The fire is going to do good damage on the flesh. The shield type, or the enemy type, it is really relevant in this game that you use the right. You don't have to, but I mean, if you want to get a benefit from it, to use the right kind of element type against the right enemy, it really will give you a bonus. So using fire against fleshy enemies or corrosive against metal enemies, etc., will definitely give you go a long way towards helping you. Now, have we got any small fry around here? We have, so we should get up for that one if I don't down myself immediately. These guys are going to be too big to get through again. Let's keep this nice and cool. Oh, we have got one there. Damaged. Get this guy cleaned up. Well, we made it. That was pretty cheap on my behalf, but I'll take it. And have we got anything? That's my duration. Greatly increasing. 12% bonus. Ooh. I mean, I might... Maximum health 12%. I mean, I'm pretty happy being cheeky and just not doing the health thing at the moment. I think maybe we get that extra 12% melee. That's going to maybe be pretty handy. Just to balance things a bit, because I'm tending to be right on top of stuff and I'm not jumping around the battlefield quite as much as I might do at the moment. Final round, 3 rounds, so see if we can do this. I'm going to fill my rockets up and fill my health up.
Get your meds here. Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage deck upgrade. Supplies limited.
Take some grenades. Oh, really feels like cheating, getting these guns given to me first go, but... some of them a bit low. I need to see where the bigger boys are. There we go. Now got some serious guys out. Kind of stuck on the geometry a bit there, that was interesting. To an extent, even things like this will be a little bit RNG, so I don't know if this is the same enemies every time. Once again, on the harder difficulties, this will be a higher rank of each enemy type, so these alpha skags will be like a burn type, like badass version of them next time around. Let's see if we can get away with this. See if I can just keep downing myself and get some kills on these guys at the same time. Did I get the reload off? Let's clean you up with that. Oh! Oh, okay. There's the low one, low one. Oh. So yeah, imagine that fire skag, but a whole load of them. And that's not great for my burn availability either, because fire is going to really do next to nothing to that guy. So every time you get downed, the timer for how much time you have once you're down the next time reduces. So if you keep managing to get back up, eventually your timer will it will fly so fast that you can't do anything about it. You don't even have time to react. Which is a cool mechanic. I really like the way that works in this game. That fire skag is a bit beyond me at the moment, so I'm going to hightail it out of here. And I'm going to head over to the next area that we're going to be traveling to, and then we're going to call it for this session. Just get set up so that there's a nice smooth start next time. A nice load. Okay. We've got a few missions set up ready to do in the arid hills as well. So there we go. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me on this little introductory look to Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. That's been a lot of fun. I will be carrying this on with my brick playthrough. So if you do enjoy this content, please do subscribe, like, comment, all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of other Borderlands content in most of the main games and chatting on a lot of stuff and a lot of hype towards where we might be going in the current steps towards Borderlands 4. But yeah, thanks again. Really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Peace. See you later.